Aloha everyone. We are still coming to you from the island of Maui.
Did you say Maui?
I think I just said Maui. We're really on Kauai.
You know what? Today's the first nice day that we've had. Like where I'm actually contemplating after the ride we might spend some beach time if the weather's so nice.
The highway riding isn't great, but some of the gravel riding that we've discovered has been quite nice. What just happened, Catherine?
Jeremy just found the cover, the wind cover from his camera, which he lost yesterday when we were riding here, and it was really windy. And I thought, needle in a haystack, and he found it.
So as I said, the plan today is to see how far we can ride out to Hanalei Bay, which has been voted one of, if not the most beautiful beaches in the world. Certainly one of the top most beautiful beaches in the world. So we'll see how far we get. There's a lot of highway riding required, so we'll see. Yeah, this seaside path parallels the ocean for several miles. Just means you don't have to be riding on the highway, which is quite nice. Just wish it went a little bit farther.
So many beautiful places to come and explore. We definitely have to come back.
It's a lot less windy today than it has been over the last week. We're quite exposed, obviously, here on Kauai. So unfortunately, we've had to get back onto the highway. The shoulder is not in great shape, so I'm really glad we have our gravel bikes. So even though the road conditions aren't always spectacular on Kauai, the scenery more than makes up for it. What a view. The mountains are just so spectacular. So there we are, Hanalei Bay, 16 miles. Just don't know what happens to the shoulder on the highway after this though. I think because it's the day before Christmas, traffic on the highway is maybe a little quieter than it usually is. So we've taken a bit of a detour off the highway onto Ku'ulau Road, and hopefully it'll link back up to the highway eventually.
We found another bit of Kapa'a, Kauai.
Wow, beautiful. This is what I love about riding my bike. You would never ever see this part of Kauai if you were driving a car. Okay, so it's back onto the highway. The shoulder's not bad, just sometimes some of the grass and vegetation growing out into the cycling lane is a little discouraging. Yeah, it just gets a bit uncomfortable when the shoulder is so narrow at times. Okay, so we've made it to Princeville. We just passed the Princeville airport. So we're almost to Hanalei Bay. So this is the most beautiful beach in the world. So this is the one-lane Hanalei Bridge. So here we are in beautiful Hanalei. This is the quintessential little Hawaiian community. I think Catherine really loves this place.
Actually, a ginger lemonade, sorry.
So what are we doing, Catherine?
We're at a food truck having some
sustenance?
Sustenance, yeah.
How are you feeling?
Great. Made it all the way to Hanalei. Now we just have to make it all the way home, so having a quick bite of lunch first. Gatorade, and then we're gonna ride home back to Wailua. One thing I didn't have.
How beautiful is this place, Catherine? Okay, so we've had our lunch. I had to go and rescue my drone. And now we're heading back to Wailua. This little climb right out of Hanalei is pretty narrow, but the traffic has been okay. People have been pretty respectful. Right by the highway. Some of the drivers are pretty respectful, some of them not so much. But the scenery is beautiful. This pasture looks straight out of Jurassic Park. This is a wild pig. dead on the highway. We hear them in the bushes all the time. We are back on the bike path that will take us back to Wailea.
This is a nice way to finish on the bike path.
Yeah, the ride on the highway is not my favorite, but you do get to see the island, so it's one of the benefits. On your left. One more.
So the highlight for me was getting off the highway onto that, was it called Kapa'a Road? There was zero traffic on it. It was just spectacular. It was rolling hills. Yeah, it was lovely.
Would you do that ride again?
I would, actually. And I was quite trepidatious about it before we started. But you know what? It was, yeah, well worth the trip.
Are there any lowlights?
A couple times I had to deke off sort of what was of the shoulder to avoid something that just because of the lighting, I couldn't really see right away. And so you kind of have to deke and hope there's not too much traffic that you're going to run into. But yeah, it kind of reminded me a little bit of when we do like the West Maui Loop or something. I mean, clearly it wasn't that sort of single lane quite as scenic, but you were in the jungle and you know, you're going to a really cool destination. It was good. Hope you guys are enjoying the channel. It's been actually a lot of fun making it, so subscribe, like, or leave a comment, please.
No more questions.
No more questions.
Cut.
Cut!
Do it again.
Cut! No more questions. Cut!
Okay, so what did you think of our ride to Hanalei, Catherine?
No more questions. Let me think of something to say, Jar. How many words, honey?